The uneasy truth is net zero demands fossil fuel farewell. Climate change is the defining challenge of our time, and the race to achieve net zero emissions has never been more urgent. Yet, as we strive towards this crucial goal, a hard reality emerges: we will never reach net zero without phasing out fossil fuels. This truth, echoed by countless scientists worldwide, may be uncomfortable for some, but it's a reality we must face head-on if we hope to secure a livable future for generations to come. The concept of net zero emissions is simple in theory. We need to balance the amount of greenhouse gases we emit with the amount we remove from the atmosphere. However, achieving this balance while continuing to rely on fossil fuels is like trying to empty a bathtub while the tap is still running. No matter how much water we bail out, we'll never make progress as long as more keeps pouring in. Fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas have been the backbone of our energy systems for over a century. They've powered our homes, fueled our vehicles, and driven industrial growth. But this progress has come at a devastating cost to our planet. The burning of fossil fuels is responsible for about 75% of global greenhouse gas emissions, the primary driver of climate change. The good news? We have the tools to make this transition, and they're becoming more accessible and affordable by the day. Renewable energy sources like solar and wind power are now cheaper than fossil fuels in many parts of the world. According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, the cost of large-scale solar installations fell by more than 80% between 2010 and 2020. Wind power costs decreased by about 55% in the same period. But it's not just about cost, it's about building a more resilient and sustainable energy system. Unlike fossil fuels, which are finite and subject to price volatility, renewable energy sources are infinite and becoming increasingly reliable. Advances in energy storage technologies are addressing the intermittency issues often associated with solar and wind power. The transition to clean energy isn't just good for the planet, it's good for our health and our wallets too. Air pollution from burning fossil fuels causes millions of premature deaths each year. By switching to clean energy, we can dramatically improve air quality and public health. Moreover, as renewable energy costs continue to fall, consumers can expect to see lower energy bills in the long run. So how can we accelerate this transition? It requires action on multiple fronts. Number one, policy changes. Governments need to implement strong policies that incentivize renewable energy adoption and disincentivize fossil fuel use. Two, investment in infrastructure. We need to upgrade our power grids to handle renewable energy sources and invest in energy storage solutions. Three, innovation. Continued research and development in clean energy technologies will drive further cost reductions and efficiency improvements. Four, individual action. Each of us can make a difference by choosing renewable energy options where available and reducing our overall energy consumption. The path to net zero emissions without fossil fuels won't be easy, but the alternative, a world ravaged by unchecked climate change, is far more daunting. It will require significant changes to our energy systems, our economies, and our daily lives. This includes our built environments that can greatly benefit from eco-friendly products, and especially green coatings and casement used to fortify and restore buildings and structures over the costly remove and replace methods. The right green coatings and casement is water-based, non-toxic, biodegradable, with 0 to low VOCs, and come with long-term 20-year renewable service cycles, including on roofs, also providing long-lasting protection on surfaces and guarding against the onslaught of stronger, damaging weather events that are now more frequent and intense. To sum it up, as we stand at this crossroads, we must remember that this transition also presents enormous new opportunities. The clean energy sector is creating millions of new jobs worldwide. Cities are becoming cleaner and more livable. And we have the chance to build a more equitable energy system that provides affordable, reliable power to all. The message from scientists is clear: achieving net zero emissions is impossible without phasing out fossil fuels. But this challenge is also our greatest opportunity to create a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable world for ourselves and future generations. The technology is ready, the economics are favorable, and the need is urgent. All that's left is for us to embrace this change and work together to make it happen. The time to act is now. You may like this quote from Martin Luther King Jr., Baptist minister, activist, political philosopher, and prominent civil rights leader. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for that which is right. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for justice. A man dies when he refuses to take a stand for that which is true. What are your questions about this episode? We are always here to help and excited to answer them. Thank you for listening, and see you on my next episode.